Okay guys, so this is going to be your chapter 7.1 notes. This is on zero and negative exponents. The way I want you to do this is I want you to watch the video. If you didn't understand the question, go back and watch it again. If you don't understand it the second time, I'll show you at the end how to contact me, or you can save the question until class time. After each example, I'm going to give you a couple of got it questions. What I want you to do with those is answer the question on a separate sheet of paper and bring it to me at the beginning of class. Okay? So first thing we're going to do are zero exponents, and any non-zero number to the zero power is 1. But you have to be a little bit careful with that, because if I say 3 to the 0 power, of course that's going to be 1. I just said that. 1 to the 0 power is 1. Let's do negative 6 to the 0 power is 1. 1/2 to the 0 power is, you guessed it, 1. But I said you had to be a little bit careful, because if I said negative 4 to the 0 power, you see the difference here between this, this negative right here, how it's in parentheses, and this negative right here, how it's not in parentheses. This negative gets the exponent because the exponent goes with what it's next to, and if everything it's next to is in parentheses, then all of it gets the exponent. This one, however, this 0 only goes with the 4. So I'm going to keep the negative off of it. 4 to the 0 power is 1, and then stick the negative on. So this one's actually going to be negative 1. And if I did a fraction like negative 3/4 to the 0 power, that's going to be negative 1. Now see, I put the 3/4 in parentheses here. That means the whole fraction goes with the 0. But had I done it this way, negative 3/4 to the 0 power, that 0 is only on the 3. So that's 1 over 4, and then stick the negative on. So that's actually negative 1/4. So you have to be a little bit careful. So let's do some more examples. Negative 3 to the 0 power. Do it in your head real quick. Yep, you got it. It's 1. Alright, B, 1/2 to 0 power. Guess what that is? 1. Alright, C, negative 4 to the 0 power. So that's going to be negative 1. Got to watch and see where your parentheses are. Alright, now here's the got it questions I told you about. What I want you to do is pause the video, do the questions, and then start the video back up. Alright, negative exponents. Negative exponents push the number they belong to the opposite side of the fraction. So if I've got 3 to the negative 2, that's going to push the 3 to the bottom. Well, and what? That's not a fraction? Is that what you're thinking? What if I put it over 1? Ah, see, it is a fraction. So let's push the 3 to the bottom, and you're going to keep the 2. Now this 1 right here, I could put it there, but 1 times anything is just the same thing. So you don't have to put the 1 there. And what do I put on the top? There's nothing up there. Yep, a 1. You can't put 0, but you can put 1. So, and then 3 squared is going to be 9, so it's 1 over 9. Well, what if I had like a variable, like x to the negative 2? Well, you're going to do the exact same thing, except right here where I could do 3 squared and get 9, I can't do that with x. So I'm just going to do 1 over x squared, and that's it. That's my answer. So I stop. Alright, and let's try something a little more difficult. Let's do like 3/2 to the negative 2. So what I said was the negative exponent pushes the number to the opposite side of the fraction. But see, I have a whole fraction here. So what the negative exponent does to a whole fraction is it flips it. So that's actually going to send the 3 to the bottom and the 2 to the top. And then we're going to still keep the exponent 2, and that's going to get to go on both of them. So 2 squared is 4 over 3 squared is 9. So 4/9. Okay, negative exponents make your life a little bit more difficult. Let's do some examples. 6 to the negative 2 power is going to be 1 over 6 squared, which is 1 over 36. M to the negative 3 is going to be 1 over m cubed. Since you don't know what m is, you have to stop there. And C, 1 over 2 to the negative 3, that's going to send that to the top, so it's going to be 2 cubed over 1, which is just 8. Alright, now I'm going to let you practice some of those. Pause the video, do your guided questions on the same sheet of paper. Don't bring me 4 sheets of paper tomorrow. Just put them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all on the same sheet of paper. Alright, example 3, simplifying exponential expressions. You're just going to use the same rules. So if it's to the 0 power, it's going to be 1. If it is a negative exponent, you're going to push it to the opposite side of the fraction. So this b to the negative 2 right here is going to be pushed to the bottom of the fraction. So 5a to the third is going to stay in the top, and b squared is going to move to the bottom. That's your answer. Alright, b, x to the negative 5 is going to move to the top. So that's going to be x to the 5th. And there you go. Got it. Number 5. Put that on a separate sheet of paper. Example 4. We're getting close to the end here. Now evaluating. When you evaluate an expression, what you're going to do is replace a variable with a number. And they're going to tell you what number to replace it with. So A here, you're going to replace every S with a 2 and every T with a negative 3. And B, you're going to replace every N with a 6 and W with a 2. So you can do this 2 ways. You can do your exponent rules first and then replace your variables, or you can replace your variables and then do your exponent rules. I'm going to go ahead and evaluate, which means I'm going to go ahead and put my number in for my variable. So A is going to be 3. 2 to the third, negative 3 to the negative 2. And then I see my negative exponents, so this is going to have to go to the bottom of the fraction. So that's going to be 3, 2 to the third, over negative 3 squared. Now notice that the negative on the 3 didn't change. Moving that to the bottom is not going to change the sign of the number. What it's going to do is change the sign of the exponent. So the negative 2 became a positive 2. Now do your exponents. Don't forget your PEMDAS rules. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, your order of operations. You always have to follow that. That has to be running in the back of your head all the time. So you keep the 3. You got to do the exponents first. So you keep the 3, and 2 cubed is 8. And on the bottom, negative 3 squared is going to be 9. 3 times 8 is 24. And then 9 is just 9. So you can, I like improper fractions, so you can leave it that way for me. If you want to change it, that's going to be 2 2/3. Alright, B, evaluate that. So what you're going to do is go ahead and replace N with 6. It's going to be 6. Let me change the color. It's going to be 6 to the negative 1 over W is 2, so 2 squared. You're going to move the 6 to the negative 1 to the bottom. It's going to be 6 to the first, 2 squared, which is 1 over 6 times 4, which is 1 over 24. That's it. Alright, let's do a got it question. I'm going to get you to pause it real quick, answer the question, and then I'm going to tell you about the contact information. So if you have any questions about this lesson, what I want you to do is you can either go to my website, which is erichards.yolasite.com. There's a contact form on there. You can ask me questions and I'll get back with you ASAP. You could also email me at richards.emily@hcboe.us. Or my favorite method, because I have my phone with me at all times, is you can text at Miss Rich A1B. Now there's no spaces in that. It's Miss Rich A1B to 81010 and sign up for my Remind 101, and you can text me. Now if you're already signed up for my Remind 101, you don't have to do that. You can just go into the Remind 101 text and you can chat with me. Alright. When you come into class tomorrow, make sure you bring your guided questions. If you don't, you are going to have to rewatch the video while everybody else is getting help on their assignment. Alright, I hope this video is helpful. I'll see you tomorrow.